I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with John Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. All right, John, here's a really interesting comparison that we're going to do, and this is BlueStar versus Thermador gas ranges, because in one hand, you can say these two really shouldn't be compared. This has a little flavor of apples and oranges in terms of in the industry, when you're in the industry. The consumers
Yeah.
aren't in the industry. They need a range, and they are in the market for professional range. So in this case, it's completely logical to compare these two, and I think the results might surprise some people. Where do you want to kick this off?
Yeah, I'm exactly where you did, right? They're two completely different types of ranges, right? I mean, that's the first thing that everybody needs to understand because most people walk in thinking that they're comparing really two versions of the same idea. As you stated, they're not, right? I mean, Blue Star is built around really overall raw cooking performance, right? I mean, we're talking open burners in many circumstances with direct flame and really just very minimal restriction between the heat in the pan. And Thermador is built around really a controlled system. That's very refined, but it is a controlled system. So we're talking sealed burners and really engineered flame and, more consistency across different users, we'll say, right? And both can cook really well. That's not really what we're talking about here, but they are solving for two completely different priorities, right? So, you can't get into a spec comparison when you're talking about these two. This is more a philosophical decision, I would say, or a philosophy decision, more than anything else. And that will probably lead you to the right answer at the end of the day.
So what's interesting on this is you could oversimplify this and say this is power versus polish is what the conversation
Yeah.
is. But
You
there
hear that
definitely
quite a bit.
is more to it than that, especially with like Blue Star today, because it's almost like, Blue Star's history might work against them a little bit and be like, oh no, this is it's a simple machine. Don't worry about that. Blue Star's made some advantages to there that make them more in this argument where there's more to it. So how do you want to get this going?
Yeah, and you said it right? Because I mean, people hear more powerful and they just automatically assume better cooking, right? And it's just like they hear more refined and they automatically assume that it's higher quality. And I mean, neither one of those things, first of all, are true in this particular case, and neither one of those things is a real differentiator, right? The real difference is how the heat is created and how it's delivered, and how much control you have over it once it hits the pan, and that all starts really with the burner.
All right, let's start that. So burner engineering, pretty different between these two.
Yeah. I think that this is really where the decision making should really already begin to get clear, right? Because Blue Star uses an open burner, right? And most people hear that and they think it just means more powerful. That's actually not what it means at all. An open burner removes the barrier, or I call it a barrier, between the flame and the pan, right? There's no sealed cap that's diffusing the heat, right? There's no system that's trying to spread or even soften a flame. It's very direct. It's exposed fire that's hitting the bottom of your cookware. And that can really change everything when you're cooking, right? Because you're getting a faster response as a result. You're getting more aggressive heat transfer and you get real control over how that flame is actually going to behave. And when you turn that knob, the flame is going to respond immediately to you, and the pan is going to feel that change immediately. Whereas Thermador, we know, is using a seal burner system. So now that flame is very contained. It's very shaped, albeit a very different way with Thermador for sure. And it's really distributed through that burner cap that's on the top. It's designed to spread heat more evenly and reduce hot spots overall. And that sounds really good. And it definitely can be in certain situations, but you're really trading intensity and direct interaction for control and consistency. So right here, whatever side you're on at that point, there's a very defined split, right? Blue Star is giving you raw, unfiltered heat, and Thermador is giving you managed, distributed heat. So if you actually cook, if you're sear or if you're moving pans around or if you care about how the heat hits the surface, I mean, the difference is going to be night and day for you.
So let's talk about the ovens. That's half the range. Oftentimes when we compare ranges, we just focus on the cooktop and we say, oh, and there's an oven too. But we have some
Yeah.
real differences here in the ovens. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I think so. And we've talked about the ovens with Thermador in a previous episode when we compared them against Wolf, right? And so let's compare them against Blue Star. Blue Star, to me, this is where I think Blue Star can really separate. And, it's probably where most people don't even know to look or even talk about, right? Blue Star builds a true gas convection system. Okay. So that's not just a fan moving around. Like you hear gas and convection, you're like, yeah, there's a fan in the back, it's moving the air. That's not what this is. This is a system that's pushing heat aggressively through that back wall while maintaining what gas ovens do best, which is moisture, right? So, when you think about what that actually means, where it's a true gas convection system coming in from the back, like we know with electric, you're getting better browning. You're getting stronger roasting performance. You're getting a more active, more responsive cooking environment overall. I mean, this oven, if you've ever seen it in action, it actually feels alive, right? And Thermador takes a much different approach. It's, kind of a bit of an afterthought approach. And it's not to say they make a bad oven. They certainly don't. But they're not doing anything to really elevate what's going on inside their oven, right? It's more controlled airflow, it's more even distribution, it's more stability across racks, and that all sounds great, and for certain type of baking, I guess that, you can get away with that, but it's not delivering with the same level of intensity or dynamic heat behavior that Blue Star is. So again, kind of same pattern, right? Blue Star builds for performance and Thermador is building for consistency, kind of more the mainstream. And if you care about how food actually finishes, right? How it browns, how it roasts, all those types of things, it's a massive difference with these two ovens.
So let's talk about kind of the system and kind of the philosophy of these appliances between the two companies because they're also pretty significant as well.
Yeah, I think that this is kind of where everything ties together, right? I mean, Blue Star comes from a commercial background. So, this is not one of those lifestyle first products that's out there, right? It's a true cooking tool that was brought into people's homes, right? I mean, we're talking minimal interference, we're talking maximum output. You literally control everything, right? Blue Star assumes that you want to cook and that you know how to manage the heat, okay? And some people don't. So that's why they might be intimidating in some circumstances, right? Thermador is truly built for a residential system, right? It's designed to support a much wider array of users, right? It smooths things out is really the kind of the best way to put it. It makes performance, I don't know, more accessible, I guess, than anything else, right? It's not trying to overwhelm you with raw power or anything like that. It's just trying to give you consistent results without requiring as much involvement in that process. So the question is, do you want to work the equipment or do you want the equipment to support kind of what you're doing? I guess is kind of, the best way to say it.
So this one's a big one. And again, we talk a lot about the ownership of the appliances, the reality of owning and maintaining, and especially cleaning, which is a thing you need to do with ranges. Difference is pretty significant on this as well.
Yeah, I mean, Blue Star, as we've been talking about, it's a serious piece of equipment, right? You're seeing a flame, you're feeling the heat, you're actively engaged in what you're doing. There's more cleanup with open burners. To your point, there's much more exposure. It's not trying to hide anything, which is actually what I appreciate about the product. And, you're also getting something that most brands, the vast majority of brands nowadays don't offer, which is you get complete customization on top of all that, right? You're talking colors and trims and configurations, right? You're not picking from some preset in most cases. You're building something that actually fits your space, your lifestyle, your vibe, whatever it is, right? Thermador is easier to live with on a day-to-day basis, right? I mean, it is easier to clean, easier maintenance. It's more contained cooking experience. It fits into the kitchen, I would say, a little bit more seamlessly and, for just the average consumer, and it asks a lot less from the user at the end of the day. So again, Blue Star gives you performance and flexibility, and Thermador gives you convenience and predictability.
So what's interesting about this before we have pick a winner is kind of like reframing this that it gets framed on the sales floor, maybe wrong, or maybe there's a perception of this is wrong, is how is this kind of misunderstood at the sales level?
Yeah, nobody ever explains the way that I just did, right? It's just because it's difficult. It takes time. You have to remember things and whatever it is, right? So this is why, I mean, we deal with on sales floor is they always default to specs. And what are the specs, right? BTUs, features, how many burners, right? None of that is going to tell you how the range actually cooked. So people walk away thinking, all right, this one's stronger, this one's nicer. I mean, who knows what they're thinking, right? And they've never really understood what's actually happening under the hood with these things. The real difference in these products is flame behavior and oven performance and design philosophy. And that never gets explained clearly. Again, because you have to have a certain level of understanding and really confidence to present any of those things, right? You can't just memorize a number and say this is what it is. So that's why it's so difficult to, and that's why you don't hear this get dissected in this way because it's a difficult story to tell the right way. It's a lot to remember.
Do you also feel like that in the, hopefully a positive qualifying process, that open burners shouldn't be thrown away? Like open burners are kind of like I don't know, it's kind of risky to go the open burner selection. Should open burners be more of a conversation if you qualify a customer and it makes sense for them?
Yeah, I think so for sure. It's just it almost gets treated like a specialty category, right?
Right.
Is with open burners, and it's not, right? I mean, it's a different way to deliver the same thing, right? I mean, you know, you have to diagnose with a customer and them really be honest about how they cook so you can put them in the right avenue, right? I mean, but there's a lot more people out there that want direct aggressive heat with the ability to have full control over it, right? There, it should be much more mainstream, I think, than really what it is. And it's really because you have to push people in that direction sometimes, or you have to slow the conversation down and you have to qualify them a couple of extra steps, right? And, the real easy way to take the conversation is, if you want that story, or do you want something that's really smooth and makes it really easy to manage, right? Which, listen, isn't a bad thing, but I think everything kind of gets lumped into that direction. And then Blue Star's kind of over here as like a specialty cooking product. It's not. You can use it every day and it performs phenomenally well at every level. So I think qualifying is really super important. And I think that there are a hell of a lot more people out there that are willing to buy into the Blue Star story as long as it's told the right way. And I feel like a lot of times we default to the lazy kind of spec regurgitation to do the heavy lifting for us.
Right, John. Put it all together. It wins.
Again, I mean, if we're defining this by burner performance, oven performance, cooking capability, and I guess just the overall engineering philosophy behind it, how do you not pick Blue Star in this, right? I mean, it's delivering more where it actually matters in every one of those categories. And you're getting a better burner, you're getting a better oven, you're getting it's built from a commercial mindset, right? It's kind of that tool first approach to the kitchen. So I'm not saying it's the best one for you, but it's out of these two, it's the better built oven for sure. And I think it's a runaway.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.